What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to another edition of the Fanboys Anonymous FanTracks podcast. I am your host, Tony Mango, and joining me on this panel is Robert DeVelise.
How we doing, Tony?
We are doing. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. This is a different one for me. I haven't done a Fanboys Anonymous podcast in 5 years, so I'm excited.
Well, yeah. I've been doing them solo for the most part. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to this. So before we even begin to introduce what this is all about and what we're doing here, I first need to point out why we're here. And that is because this episode is a special request as part of the Fanboys Anonymous Patreon. One of the tiers I have up for that is currently titled Pick Your Poison. I might change the name of that just to kind of make it more like Fanboys related or whatever, but it makes sense. And it functions as a direct sponsorship type of platform in that if you donate to that tier, you get to specifically pinpoint what you would like to see. You know, we haven't done a whole lot of podcasts and just material in general for fanboys because I have to prioritize other things. But with the Patreon, I'm able to set aside time to do that stuff and not have to work on other types of deals and stuff. So that could be anything within reason. Maybe you want a movie review, which that includes like watching the movie or having already seen it and doing a movie review. The review point side of things like that. A group meeting, roundtable podcast, if I'm able to get people involved and you want a particular topic covered. Maybe you're like, man, you should go over like the things that you do like about E3 or, you know, like we kind of used to do. Or maybe it's an article, it's a list, or a fan cast, or a Fanboys Fix It. So many different ideas, so many different options. And if you would like to see something in the future, donate to the Patreon and take advantage of that tier. And if you don't have enough for that, because obviously everybody's strapped for cash and everything, every dollar keeps the train moving and it can lead to more content as it is. Just, you know, you toss $1 my way, some spare change, I get the chance to do more fanboy stuff and can bring in people like Rob and we can have more fun here. And all this applies to the Smart Out Moment Patreon too for the pro wrestling side of things. Just keep in mind about that. But anyway, in this case, big thanks to Guest 5 for having donated, and he tossed out the idea that he'd like to get our opinions on the Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in some fashion. So, to spice things up, what we're going to do here is, instead of doing a review point, is we're going to do a FanTracks. And if you're unaware of what is about to go down when it comes to what FanTracks is, it's a podcast that is an audio commentary track that you can listen to while you watch the same TV show, or in this case movie, that we on the panel are currently going to be watching together. It's kind of the same as the fan ounce table that we do for Smart Out Moment. And we'd like to give you guys the experience of just sitting around bullshitting with your buddies. We're going to crack some jokes. We're going to review the movie as it goes along. We're going to talk about our memories of different things and just have some fun rather than being like really technical about it, especially because none of us have worked on the movie. So we can't really be like, you know, in this scene, it was really difficult to figure out the lighting or, you know, especially for an animated movie. And as I mentioned before, what we're doing for this is Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Came out earlier this year. March 31st, 2019 was the release date. And we'll break down the cast and we'll do all that kind of stuff a little bit later on. We want to get started on this. So what we're going to do, and we're going to need you to do, is queue up your DVD or your Blu-ray or your stream or however you're going to watch this. There's like 1,000 ways to do that nowadays. Before, it used to be just like popping your VHS and rewind it, but now we got some other things. And I will give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. And as soon as I say play, that's when you're going to hit your play button or click on your space key or whatever you're going to do to play that. We're going to bypass all the FBI warnings and everything, all that stuff that could show up, you know, menu screens, whatnot. And it's just going to start with the opening itself, which is just like a black screen loading into the Warner Brothers logo. So keep that all in mind, everybody. Make sure you're set. You got your popcorn, you got your drinks, everything else that you want for this. And get it queued up. 3, 2, 1, play. So you should hear like, whoa, kind of thing like that. And
yeah,
we got the
Warner Brothers animation. I love me some Warner Brothers animation.
They have been doing so good on a lot of these different animated movies with like the DC side of things. It's kind of strange because it's like you got TV and you've got the movies and you've got the animated movies. There's like the 3 spectrums of these like superhero things nowadays. There's the blimps. The Gotham loves their blimps. Marvel's killing it with the movies. DC's struggling. DC's got a dedicated TV fan base, but I'm personally not all that into any of those shows anymore. And then you go with the animated side of things, and it's like, where is Marvel? Because DC is killing
obliterates Marvel when it comes to animated movies, and I love Batman animated movies, in particular ones where Batman is voiced by Kevin Conroy. That is not the case here, but this is still a very good movie.
Yeah, right now they kind of go back and forth between a couple different people, and this is Troy Baker who's doing Batman in this one. He's also doing the Joker, which he is my second favorite Joker. Mark Hamill is the first one because Mark Hamill's the man.
Yeah, if Mark Hamill isn't your first Joker choice, then you're wrong.
So I've only seen this movie once. I watched it when it first came out.
Yeah, same.
I was sitting there thinking to myself, oh, this is April O'Neil.
No, it's Barbara.
Yeah, redhead, I was just thinking, oh, it's April. Like, I didn't pay much attention to, like, the promotion ahead of time of, like, which characters were in the movie. But at first, I was just sort of like, oh, it's got to be April because it's a redhead. And then when it particularly shows that shot right there where they switch over to Barbara, I was just like, oh, shit, okay.
I got it right away because I'm like, all right, April don't move that quick. April's not on the ball like that.
Well, they've made April a ninja in the past. They did that with that TMNT movie.
What's your favorite TMNT version? 80s?
Favorite Ninja Turtles has to be the original movie. Which still holds up. I mean, I did a FanTracks for that. That's one of the more recent FanTracks, actually. It's like 3 years ago or something. But, damn, that's such a good movie. And every time I watch that, I'm always kind of like, I think I'm going to start saying damn more like Raph. Just, damn! Yeah.
I love the 2003 animated series. It was on the Fox block, on the Fox channel. And it was a really good animated version of the Ninja Turtles. I'm not as crazy about it as a Nickelodeon property.
The animation seems a little weird. That's like, I like the animation of this, so that doesn't throw me off the way that like the one that they've got now where like Raphael is the leader of the team or something and everybody looks real blocky. I'm not a fan of that, but this movie, they've got solid animation on it. Which, by the way, as far as animation goes, the black and white stuff, if anybody has not read the comics, the original Ninja Turtles were like that black and white type of style, like very like Sin City, Frank Miller-esque. And they are so much darker than the Ninja Turtles that everybody's really aware of.
I think I'd like it better if they were darker.
That's also weird that they all have red masks instead of their own like colors.
Yeah.
By the way, that Alfred to me, that's Alfred. We've never had a movie version of Alfred that looks like Alfred to me.
That looks perfect.
Leonardo, the best.
That's a unified belief, isn't it?
Nah, a lot of people love Raph. A lot of people love Mikey. A lot of people are like, hey, Donatello speaks to me because I'm the smart nerd or something like that. But to me, Leo's like, he's the most well-rounded.
Exactly. He's well-rounded. He has a sword, guys. If we're going based off of weapons alone, he's got the double sword. What else do you need?
Right. Speaking of weapons, you got to imagine if you're Alfred and you got to clean up all this and always put it back on the shelf and all that. You're probably just like, God damn it! I got to cook. I got to clean. I got to sew your wounds up.
At what point do you think he just got the urge to put Bruce over his knee and just like, stop it! I've had it with this. Stop it!
God damn it! Why does everything have to have a bat symbol on it that I need to polish?
What a weird, like, OCD quirk of Bruce's. I don't want anyone to know I'm Batman, but yet here's all this bat merchandise.
Yeah. By the way, I love little touches like that. It was just a second ago with the dinosaur and the big penny. Like, to me, the Batcave needs those things. Even if you don't ever explain why that's in there, and there's no, like, canon explanation for that particular universe, throwing the big penny out there and stuff, just like, okay, it's lived in. He's had that fight with Dent or the Joker with a big card, or, you know.
what do you think about the Penguin as just overall?
My favorite version of the Penguin is businessman mobster Penguin. I like the gimmicky umbrellas and stuff. Like, that's kind of fun. But give me, I think it was like the Adventures of Batman and Robin, maybe, or it might have been the New Adventures or something like that. But the Bruce Timm version of the animated series where Penguin doesn't look like Danny DeVito, and he's got the iceberg lounge and doing all that.
I think
he
Danny
stabs
DeVito
him multiple times.
He's like, wait, no.
If stabbing this hologram didn't work the first time, let me do it 6 more times. That's great. Yeah, I like businessman Penguin, where you're like, you can see why he's called the Penguin because he's wearing that tuxedo and everything, but maybe he's just a normal guy and not like a grotesque monster that's going like, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, I like DeVito as a live action Penguin, but I really enjoyed Gotham's take on the Penguin. I thought it was one of the only things Gotham did right.
Yeah, I liked Gotham's Penguin. Didn't like a whole lot else on that show, but Penguin was cool. And this is cool too. I like the idea that they're like, they've never had Ninja Turtles before, so they just assume that it's Batman.
He's a rah.
I will say though, Donnie, his fucking head.
Yeah, that threw me off too. Like, everybody else is pretty bulky and got the same head, and then there's Donnie, who's got a weird head and is a little skinnier.
Yeah, they're all like octagonal, and he had like, what's the name of that syndrome where you accidentally pull the head of a baby and you end up like making it like really, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like oval head, looking like that, really weird. I will say though, Raph doesn't look as bulky as he probably should. Raph to me is always the one that's like the bigger one.
I kind of feel like Mikey should. Oof, the vicious Kinshasa there.
Shining Wizard right in the face. Gunbrella.
That's my favorite.
He merged them. I'm a fan.
I like merging the weird items in Gotham. I think Gotham is my favorite superhero setting.
Oh, 100%.
Across both worlds.
Nobody's ever like talking about how great Keystone is.
Yeah, I've never, even as good as Metropolis is and as good as Superman is, I'm never like, I want to live in Metropolis and deal with aliens. No, I like Gotham because they're real people.
Oh, screw that though. I ain't living in Gotham. You walk down the street and you get Joker gassed and stuff. Give me like Central City or something where the Flash just cleans up everything real quick.
I've got bad news for you about where your girlfriend lives, bud.
Well, I haven't been Joker gassed yet.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good Penguin design, though. As much as he looks a little bit more, like, monstrous, it's kind of a Danny DeVito mixed with some other elements.
Mikey is really good in this movie.
The best version of Mikey is always, like, he's pretty dumb.
Stoner Mikey.
Yeah, like, he totally is the type that would get along with Sean Penn from Fast Times. Especially with the pizza.
You smoke? No. You'd be a lot cooler if you did.
You mean the Turtles? Oof.
Oh,
I forgot about this. Jesus Christ.
Damn, Nickelodeon. You can't show that on your channel, can you?
Yeah. Now I'm curious if I have that down as like, oh yeah, I do. I'm looking at my notes. I did every so often I'll do like a live commentary thing, kind of like this, but I'll do it like in text form. And my review of that says, "Yo, that foot soldier getting a ninja star in the head was not expected."
This would actually be a pretty badass fight, I think.
Yeah, I forgot to mention about the Superman mug that Bruce was drinking out of.
Oh yeah, which that bothers me. I'll be honest, it annoys me.
I thought it was kind of fun. It reminds me of Batman Forever when he's like, "This is why Superman works alone." Like, you know.
You like Batman Forever?
I like it for what it is. You can't look into that and say it's a good movie because it just isn't. But
he tried to Wolverine him, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Now, Shredder to me is one of those villains that he has this weird like power level where you can have Shredder fight all 4 of the Ninja Turtles and it makes sense, and then you can have him fight like Leo, and you're like, shouldn't he just kill Leo? But then you're kind of like, yeah, just going with it. Like, so him fighting Batman. I mean, Batman's Batman. You give him prep time, he's gonna beat anybody. But like, I like that this fight's kind of even instead of it being like, if he can fight all 4 of the Ninja Turtles and he's only fighting Batman, and Batman's kind of like all 4 turtles, that makes sense. You know,
right to the throat, right over the railing. Now he's gonna Superfly splash on him, right?
Drop kick from the top rope.
I mean, he is Batman. He should be doing these things.
He could springboard. He's got the railing. What do you think about the blue and the gray? I've never liked the blue and the gray. I mean, I grew up when that was still like the modern type of material. Like, I was born just a little bit before the Batman 89. So I got into it, of course, like, you know, it can't be a year old or whatever and really have context for these kind of things. But a lot of the material was blue and gray Batman, just because that's kid friendly. And
yeah, it was very Adam West.
Yeah, and I've never liked it even as a kid. Like, whenever they showed like in the black or the gray, that was better.
I like this style, but with the black cape and cowl.
Yeah, and I like the gold logo instead of the yellow.
Because I'm not going to say I never liked stuff like the Nolan outfit, but I always really enjoy Batman the Animated Series with the black and the gray.
Mm-hmm. I think as far as like the movies go, the best version of a suit that we've seen is Ben Affleck's.
Yeah, it is a pretty good suit. He was in a good Batman, though.
That's a good joke. Gotham and New York, pretty much the same. Especially since there's no confirmation about a lot of different things. Like, Gotham is, in some people it's Chicago, for some people it's New York. A lot of times it's Mystic Island, New Jersey.
Gotham is New York.
That's been
totally New York.
It's been more so New Jersey than New York in a lot of like official capacities.
Well, let me tell you, in a lot of official capacities, New Jersey is New York.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, WrestleMania. Look at that kick! Ooh. You kick 5 people, 6 people, whatever it is, off of a building with a very little tap.
Well, thank God for that garbage can, you know?
Yeah.
He has an anti-Batman tattoo.
And I do like Donnie being like, I've always liked like Donnie and Mikey being the two that they can kind of get along because they're the outcasts a little bit.
Yeah, because like Leo is just perfect good, and Raph isn't evil, but he's definitely that anger side. I like how Batman doesn't fuck with anything. Like, no bothering to figure out whether these are like good kids, bad kids. No, you're weird looking. You're getting fucked up.
Right. Probably not, right? It just looks like a bat. Came in like a bat. It's got a bat logo. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. The more I think about it, the more I think the use of that blue cowl is to say, hey, kids, we're kid friendly.
Yeah.
But then again, I just saw a foot soldier get taken out with a very deadly attack. So how kid friendly can you be?
I am a fan of that, though. Like, I like these new animated movies where they're doing more realistic things, and when like somebody gets stabbed, they get stabbed, and it's not just kind of like we only have energy weapons, like those Spider-Man the Animated Series where no guns could shoot bullets.
They shoot the plasma.
Right, yeah. They couldn't say
Unreal.
the word blood. They had to say plasma. So Morbius is a vampire that sucks plasma out of its suction cups instead of biting blood. Like, you know.
That was mean. Fuck, he hit him right in the toes.
And I like that little quick joke of just, but I don't like other people. It's like, oh, they added this random joke in there. I'm totally going to want pizza after this. Eat the slice.
Of course he does. Like,
Yeah.
that's Mikey's heaven.
I tell you what, though, it does not look like it's cooked enough.
Oh! Well, it was, blown right out of the oven, I'm sure.
The citizens. Batman's the man.
He's so good. Shout out to anyone who considering that Patreon more Batman stuff, and I will always be a happy camper.
I will as well. Batman's my favorite character from any fictional thing in the history of anything. So
I'm glad Batman just like straight up owned these fucking turtles.
Yeah, because it's like he should. I mean, he's studied under like so many different people, like the League of Shadows, which for you real quick for anybody that's in there, I know it's the League of Assassins, but I like the League of Shadows better. And Henry Ducard and Zatara and like all these people, whereas like they trained under a rat.
Yeah, and a lot of that is really cheeky, really like totally 80s, and it's all a good time, and everybody wants to have a good time. And I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Turtles, but I do like them because I think they're an iconic part of pop culture.
I like Baxter too. Baxter Stockman is always a character that I thought was like a good extra character to throw in there. And this version of him is kind of interesting. They've had like big Baxter Stockman. They've had Tyler Perry, Baxter Stockman. Like, I like this like nerdy accountant kind of type. What do you think about the foot soldiers? Do you like the human foot soldiers better or the robot ones?
Human. I always feel like it's better to have a human touch, because once you say, well, that's a robot, I don't feel anything anymore. And that's a human that you're killing or fighting. It's like, what do they fight for?
Yeah, and you got to match them up with the League of Assassins here, and like how they throw Ubu in there. Ubu doesn't get much to do.
I will say I think this movie is better than Batman Ninja.
Oh, far better. Did not like that movie.
I watched it several times. Terrible.
So to give you an idea of my point of view of Ra's al Ghul, I was not familiar with Ra's al Ghul until Batman Begins came out. I had heard, when they were still calling it Batman Intimidation Game, this whole like the villain of the movie is going to be Ra's al Ghul, and they're going to have some kind of a sword fight over a glacier. And I was just kind of like, what the hell is this movie going to be? Who is this Ra's al Ghul thing? I've never even really heard of this guy all that much. Are they going to go with this D-level villain instead of like the Joker or whatever? And started to like do a little bit more research and kind of remind myself of who the character was. And I was just kind of like, oh, I forgot about this guy. And my appreciation for Ra's al Ghul is maximized by like 20-fold over the years, because it's like, God, he's such a good character. Like,
and I think it's a universal theory that everybody can relate to: wanting to live forever, wanting to not die, stay young.
I can even relate to the whole like, well, if I keep living forever, I could fix the whole world if you keep giving me a bunch of chances and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I can see like there's good intentions there.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this dude is spazzing out.
Yeah. That's me trying to get out of bed in the morning. Well, let's be honest, in the afternoon.
Yeah, you don't wake up in the morning.
Yeah, I don't go to bed in the morning.
If you're up at like 11, I'm like, what's wrong, Tony?
Yeah, and it's usually because I didn't go to sleep yet.
Oy.
Now, I don't care what type of cult you're a part of. I'm not volunteering for any of this shit.
Alright, but if you were to be injected, what kind of animal would you want to be?
Platypus.
Why?
I don't know. Nobody really gives him enough credit. By the way, I love the Robin costume. That's like my favorite type of Robin costume.
Why are they at an internet cafe?
He's got a point. Or a mutant like Man-Bat.
Nope. Man-Bat is a different Batman. Man.
Batman is awesome. I think the math works out.
He's right, you know.
Who or what is the Batman? Well, he's a bat or a man. There you go. Not the sparkly ones. Now, I'm a big fan of the second Ninja Turtles movie as well, and that Secret of the Ooze thing. Whenever anybody ever mentions TCRI or like anything that revolves around the ooze, I immediately just get this flash in my brain of that big dandelion getting picked.
I like how Mikey is just a fanboy.
Good characterization. Like, they get the turtles in this one. They get everybody. That's the thing. Like, they did their homework.
I would have liked it to be a little more gritty, but it's still a Nickelodeon property, so you can't go all the way.
It's darker than I thought that it would be. Like, that ninja star to the head, you know? Would not expect that with all the blood and everything. I would expect it to just be like, let's hit the computer and it'll explode and we don't see you do anything but fly backward. But even like Barbara's costume, like that's the more modern Batgirl. And
I can't see Barbara around Bruce anymore without thinking of the Killing Joke.
Ugh. That was horrible. My Barbara Gordon does not
mean you didn't
fuck.
You don't like Batman. When they fuck?
Nah. I like, and this kind of spoils something for if I ever get a chance to do my Batman blueprint. Which, if nobody knows anything about that, I do on the side just for fun. I've been working on these blueprint things of how to do the full story of everything with like every aspect and every character, but the smallest amount possible. My version of Batgirl, ideally, is somebody who has a crush on Bruce, but it's not mutual, and she slowly starts to realize that like he's pretty fucked up, and when she gets kind of in league with Batman and everybody, that she realizes that Dick is the good version of that, because he's a little dark, you know, I mean, he's Robin and Nightwing and all that, but that he's got his head on straight, and the two of them end up together. And it's more of like the way that like, I don't know, a teenage girl right now could be like, oh, I've got a crush on Leonardo DiCaprio, and then it's like, yeah, that's not gonna work out for you, you know? Like, that's my version. You give her a little bit of like, oh, Bruce Wayne's this like good-looking millionaire, and you know, I got a little bit of a fangirl crush on him. Oh wait, he's Batman, and I'm working with him, and nah.
But Dick, though.
But Dick, he's my age, and he's a nice guy, and you know.
I think isn't that the story with the Batman Beyond Barbara? Or did she leave Dick to stay with Bruce?
She fucked Bruce in that one too.
Well, she fucked them both, but which one did she stay with?
She's a hoe. I would love always love the suits like this. Anytime that they show, especially if they show like the Jason Todd thing, which I think that they do in this one, if I remember correctly.
Who's your favorite Robin?
Dick Grayson, 100%. Dick Grayson's number one. Very close to him in certain ways is Damian. Then Jason Todd. Tim Drake doesn't need to exist. And then when you get into the whole like Stephanie Brown was a Robin and
you're talking about Dark Knight Returns.
All those Carrie Kelly, fuck Carrie Kelly, Kathy Kelly, different one.
Oh, different podcast.
Yeah, this one's Damian, right? I can't remember for sure. Yeah, I like how Damian's like the opposite of Dick. And he's a petulant little prick. Like, that's fun.
But that's exactly how he should be, because look who his grandfather is. Look at who his father is. And
his mom. Like, he didn't have the best genetics to be a nice guy.
But she's a manipulative bitch.
Yeah, his grandfather's a megalomaniac. His mom's a manipulative psycho in her own right. His dad's clearly insane, but a nice guy.
But not that nice.
Good coloring on that. And I do like the characterization of Damian being like that he speaks differently, like interlopers and all this, like, because he grew up in a completely different area. Like, he shouldn't talk like a regular, 10-year-old or whatever.
Look, I like how Batman... Really? You don't jump the turtle that's on top of your son?
Yeah. I just noticed Donatello's got a D on his belt.
Oh.
Now I gotta see if they have like an R and Raph and all that. Nope, Leo doesn't.
Leo's got the blue.
Lowercase L, I guess you could say. Nah, nothing for Raph.
Mikey's got the M.
He does have an M. Wow, yeah. Huh. Does Raph? I can't tell that. No. I mean, he should if they did it with the other ones.
Mikey's got the M. Leo's got a blue stripe, and Raph doesn't seem to have it.
It's a little bit of an R kind of shape, but that's a little bit of a stretch. Good old.
Really?
That's another thing too. Wow, that they said both Raish and Raz just to appease both people. Oh, this dude's fucking biting it. I remember this one. Yeah, he's dead.
What made you think that was gonna work out for you?
Yeah, just you see somebody that's dressed like that carrying a sword,
Well, granted, you're in a mental ward, so maybe you're used to it, but still, just go, stop. I said stop. Oh, fuck.
Poor people. It's weird to think, like, in a lot of these movies and stuff, like, even like the Avengers ones, or even like Star Wars or whatever, like, so many people die just so the plot can carry on. And at the end, it ends up being like, oh, everything worked out. And it's like, yeah, these families have no, like, like half of the parents are dead, or like this guy was like somebody's son, or like, like, just alone in this scene, they've already killed 3 different guards. Now, they got to staff that all over again.
Yeah, you just killed 10 people. One of them was wearing a Gotham's Best Dad. Or had a Gotham's Best Dad mug, so you just killed...
You just orphaned those kids?
Yeah.
They're gonna be the next Robins. Bane works better to me when he's not wearing an actual luchador mask. But he's got the teddy bear. That's awesome.
Hey, Batista or John Cena, which one would you rather play Bane?
Oh, Batista for sure.
I agree.
I always like when in these animated movies and stuff throw in things like, these background characters and stuff. Makes you wonder, though, why are they facilitating a lot of these kind of issues? Like, in Arkham, why are they giving Two-Face a costume that is half and half? Instead of just being like, no, you wear the same shit as everybody else. You're not actually two people. Marry, fuck, or kill Harley Quinn.
I've been with very mentally off chicks, so that's kind of my thing. So I'd probably marry and fuck Harley Quinn.
I love Harley. She's such a good character.
Love Harley. But Shredder has the perfect reaction. He's like, fuck this place.
Yeah.
These people are weird, man.
Been like, I need to go back to my area where we have Bebop and Rocksteady.
And all these dorky cyberpunk villains.
Don't need that hand anymore.
Oh!
And the Joker, the best villain by far.
It's a good looking Joker, too.
Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 boxes of pizza. Pizza can be gourmet.
God, he's such a look. Alfred seems like he's just done with this shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking earlier. He's got to do all that kind of. None of this pizza is cooked well.
Alfred's reaction is just like, fuck this. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I raised Bruce from when he was a kid. I've got Dick and Tim and Barbara. Well, not Barbara as much, but Damien. I got all these kids around all the time. Now I got these teenagers. God damn it.
I raised Dick. I gotta deal with Damien. Now these weird mutant Damiens.
And these two totally would get along, too. Damien and Raph.
I like how, because it's the Nickelodeon version, Damien's kind of, like, free of his allegiance to race.
Yeah, and he's not, like, murdering people left and right. And these two would get along, too, for that matter. Barbara is typically one of the smarter ones of the group. Which, all the more reason why Tim Drake doesn't seem to serve much of a purpose. Because Tim's essentially like the smart Robin. But we got Barbara there. Like, you don't need Tim.
Thoughts on Jason?
Jason's like the mean Robin, so I like him. But he's better when he gets killed off and then comes back as Red Hood. Him as Robin doesn't work out. Of course you can call him Donnie. Now, don't call him fucking Ovalhead or something like that. For that matter, if you throw Nightwing in there, Nightwing would get along with Mikey, because Nightwing's the happy one. Like,
I feel like Nightwing would get along with Leo.
Yeah, I mean, they do have that going on. That's true. Nightwing, Dick Grayson, for that matter, one of the most underrated comic book characters that ever exists. Nobody gives him as much credit as he deserves. He's fun. He's a good team leader.
Of course, these two are getting along because they're like, moral code, fuck yeah. He's like, you know, Bruce is in his head like, fuck, I wish Leo could fit a Robin suit.
Yeah. They're like, I dig the blue. The Satoshi strike, otherwise known as the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. Which I like, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, a lot of the Ninja Turtle stuff has ties to Daredevil. And the Foot Clan is, in a way, a parody of the Hand.
Huh. And
there's even, like, crossover things where the whole idea of, like, the radioactive material that spills on Matt Murdock's eyes and blinds him is the mutagen from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that it like spills into the sewer, and that's how you get them into Ninja Turtles.
Oh shit! Look at I love Alfred.
They have more pizza now than they did before. There's more than
11. They had to order some more.
Yeah, that pizza girl's getting a hell of a tip, and it's not porno.
Huh.
Luigi's Pizza. That's probably a missed opportunity. They probably could have thrown some kind of a joke out there about like some kind of Gotham something or other. I don't know off the top of my head, but
Bruce, shut up and eat pizza.
How proper Barbara is with this pizza.
Good character development. Good character development.
You think Bruce gets those abs by eating pizza?
I don't, but I do think that Bruce needs to eat pizza.
This is a good moment. I like that. That's great. You know what is kind of strange, though, is when you're watching like Ninja Turtles and they don't have it to where they can just kill people and stuff. It is kind of strange that Leo has a stabbing weapon that he never can use, really.
That is true. But so does Raph. Yeah, I totally want pizza.
I pretty much always refuse to watch Ninja Turtles, the actual movie, unless I know that I'm eating pizza. Same thing with Home Alone. Good Joker voice. I'm really excited about that Joaquin Phoenix movie. It's the type of Elseworlds type thing where if this was the actual version in like a DC universe type thing, I wouldn't like it because it's clearly not the Joker, but for just like a thought experiment, really cool looking.
I think IGN gave it a perfect 10.
Wow. Oh, we'll see. And if you want to make sure that we do a review point, then
donate to the Patreon.
To the Patreon. Hit up the merch shop, TeePublic, Redbubble. The last thing Joker needs. Something that mutate him even more.
Good looking Gordon. Odd looking bat symbol because it doesn't match the one on his chest.
Yeah. That's when they had a different artist. And the person who did the costume, that they needed to kill that guy before they did the that symbol, the other thing.
I love Jim Gordon.
What's your thought on Jim Gordon and Batman? Do you subscribe to the idea that he knows who Batman is?
He has to.
I always liked that whole don't tell me. I know, but you can't tell me because if I know for sure and get confirmation, then I'm going to have to take you in. Like, I like that dynamic of him being like, so, Bruce, there's some shit going down. You might want to talk to Batman. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like that kind of thing where it's like, oh, he knows.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
I think it was Batman Year One where Bruce saves Jim Gordon's kid, and Gordon's like, I can't see that well without my glasses. Like that kind of thing where it's like, okay, we're on an understanding here.
I like how everybody's kind of being free-spirited, and then there's Batman like, fuck you, there's no time for fun, my parents were murdered, fuck you.
Yeah. Not 100% sure if I love the Mr. Freeze design. I do like that. Yeah, that's just a little bit weird. But then again, it's like a nice school beard. It's like, that's kind of neat touch. Like,
I like Freeze a lot. I think he's a very deep villain.
Freeze is an amazing two-shot character to me. I feel like you've got like 2 stories to tell. And at that point, you're pretty much out of it. Like, if your story is he becomes Mr. Freeze and he's trying to cure Nora, and then he gets arrested, but he gets told that he can still work on that, but he just has to not do any more crimes and he has to stay in prison, then you've got one more story, which is him curing Nora and somehow dying or something like that, and that's Mr. Freeze. When you just have him be like a dude who's just kind of being like a bad guy, then I don't like it as much. Ugh, right in the face.
Oh my god.
How convenient that they go with themes that are working like that it's not like Bane becomes the plant. You know? And Ivy's just like, God damn it, I wanted the plant.
Well, because it's just then it's just expanding the genes you have already.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Harley doesn't have genes of being a hyena.
Yeah, but she's clearly a psychotic person. I almost said a very bad word.
Very Tim Burton-esque, like, designs with a tree and stuff.
They should give him a shot at an animated Batman.
Yeah, it'd be cool, a little one-shot. All right, now marry, fuck, kill.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna kill it or fuck it or marry it. Then I'll take it home and keep it as a pet.
You know, there's some creepy ass people on DeviantArt that are like,
somebody is totally like, yeah, I'm gonna put it in that thing. I'm a furry. Like,
yeah.
To be fair though, Bruce can't judge. He dresses up like a fucking bat.
Yeah, but when he fucks Catwoman, she's not a cat.
You don't know what they're playing in the bedroom?
That's true. I love Arkham.
Arkham is a great setting.
No nonsense Batman. Mikey, you gonna say something? Donnie gets the joke.
You can tell that Barbara is just like, fuck Bruce. Like, come on, man.
Lighten up a little bit. My dad's a cop. He hasn't died yet.
If anything, that's probably why she's not as into him. Because she's like, I would like to fuck you, but, you know, I don't want to have children with you. You're a terrible person.
It's like when you see some supermodel and you find out that they're a Scientologist and you're like, nah, damn it.
Yeah, it's like, well, fuck. Oh, is he a polar bear?
Yep,
oh my god.
That's what I mean. It's like, there's nothing that obviously works with the theme, but there's nothing that would be like the DNA of him. It was just like polar bear. Because the DNA should have been like icicle and he just shatters.
Exactly, Mikey. Dude's on point.
Old Jeremiah Arkham and all them.
Speaking of weird DeviantArt things, you know there's some weird art floating around of these two banging.
The sad part is it's gotta be true, because there's always, Rule 34, and you don't click on DeviantArt unless you want to see somebody's weird idea of some kind of a fox with boobs or something, like,
Why does the luchador turn into a cheetah?
It's a Tuesday.
It's Friday.
It's Tuesday somewhere. Now, realistically, you get thrown into a wall and the wall shatters like that. You're done.
Yeah.
You've got a broken spine.
Is there a reason they're teenagers? Other than, like, it was super rad to be a teen in the 80s.
That's something with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I've never quite understood is they never feel like teenagers to me. They always feel like college kids. Like, they should be like 22.
Can they just be Mutant Ninja Turtles and not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Well, that, the movie series that came out, they weren't even going to be turtles at first.
They're going to be humans?
No, the, oh god, what's his name? Michael Bay, the one that he produced. they were going to be aliens.
Is that the one where Seamus was rock city?
Yeah. There was like a couple little good things in those two movies. For the most part, not all that good.
Really? That's the best you can do for them? That's the best, like...
Somehow, they all have the Donatello heads.
There you go. There you go. Maybe Donnie just doesn't work out his head enough.
No, typical movie thing.
So what would your Scarecrow fever dream be?
Ooh. That's tough. I mean, my biggest fear tends to be like the complete void of nothingness. Maybe that's why I don't sleep all that much.
Really? Like, I feel like you would thrive in just that solitude.
No, I mean, like, I hate the idea that you don't know what happens after you die.
Oh, me too.
Or, like, that, like, if the heat death of the universe happens, like, if that's the end of everything for everybody for all eternity, like, that's insane. So it'd probably be something like that.
Yeah, the whole death thing really fucks with me, too.
Either that, or it's like a meal where I'm forced to have, like, mustard and ketchup. And
oh, fuck ketchup, dude.
If you don't like ketchup, drop a comment below. Tell us that you agree with us.
No,
which, by the way, if you're on YouTube, you should hit that subscribe button.
Move your fucking iTunes, arms, Stitcher, Raph. You have your daggers. Just fucking break the ice.
Yeah. You're a turtle. You can put your head in your shell.
Yeah, you're amphibious. Or, like, fucking thrive in this condition.
Bunch of flowers. They really put it on, like, the nipple spots.
Yeah, I mean,
10 points, Mikey. Explosion. You can tell, like, in any kind of scenario that it's going to be like, all right, noise.
How is Robin not the first one out there?
Little turtle. I love the first Ninja Turtles movie where Shredder is just like, Turtles. Oh!
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't work as well. Barbara with the fucking strength there. What's that? 50-pound dumbbell or something? You jump up in the air.
It's a really basic end for Scarecrow.
Oh, there's Scarecrow. It's kind of got to be confusing if it's like I'm trying to attack a Raven Scarecrow thing.
But the man is
just guy like the guy that thinks that he's a bat's talking to me. And I'm a turtle.
And my daddy's a rat.
Yeah. Splinter. Amazing music in that first Ninja Turtles movie. Soundtrack is so good. He injected him with Pepto. You know, when the doctor says that something's going to work quickly, they usually don't mean roughly 3.5 seconds.
Wow.
It's usually like, you know, take your allergy pill and it'll work a little bit. Take it. I fucking forgot about that. I love that. That is such a good little touch. That is amazing. Oh. This movie's really good.
Oh. Alright, marry, fuck, kill.
Gonna have to stick with kill on that one. There's some kind of a head joke here, though.
Yeah, I just got a close up on her face. Yeah, I'm gonna go kill. That's sad because Ivy's hot.
Ivy's always been one of the lower ones for me, though. Always liked Selena and Harley and Talia and I mean, like, Ivy is above, like, Roxy Rocket and stuff like that, but...
Damn, they played Damn! Wow!
Sucks to be a plant.
That's so fucked up. Ugh. That fucks me up.
You know who I always thought would have been a really good Two-Face, especially when Ben Affleck became Batman? Matt Damon.
Oh, they would do great together.
Damon's such a good actor, and he's so good at playing, like, both really good and really bad people. So it's like, I think that he could be a really good Harvey Dent. Now, he's too old for it, but... I like the idea that Joker's a snake.
She's so cute. Look at that. Like, just like a little dog.
By the way, for anybody who thinks the whole, like, oh, my relationship is, like, we're just like Harley and Joker, do not admire their relationship. That is a horribly abusive relationship. It's not like two goth people that met at Hot Topic and they're really good for each other. He is awful to her in so many ways. It's Stockholm Syndrome. It's like, you know, just because you got, you know, you're on the emo side of things or something is not something to be, like, proud of. Yeah.
That being said, if you've actually experienced that, kudos to you. Oh shit! No.
Good little touch with the sound of the dog kind of like wince.
What an interception! Like
the man with the golden gun. Throw a little James Bond stuff in there. He's got a powerful weapon.
Realistically, Batman should not survive this.
Yeah. Well, even more so, fucking Robin shouldn't. He's like 11.
No, but I would even put him over Batman. He was trained by birth by a League of Assassins.
Put up a regular 11-year-old against a polar bear without a gun. See what happens. Right. Such a good Joker voice. It's so disappointing when you've got a Joker in like an animated show in particular, and somebody can do their own spin on it, and it's awful. And it's like Troy Baker, some people complain and they say, well, he's just doing like a Mark Hamill impression. Well, it's because Mark Hamill was the best. So, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I mean, yeah, if I close my eyes, I think it's Mark Hamill.
And as far as like, I mean, everybody should agree at the very least that Kevin Conroy is the best Batman, but...
It's Kevin Conroy, folks.
If you're going for like a number 2, Jason O'Mara does a pretty damn good job. That's Troy Baker in this one, but Troy Baker does a pretty decent job too, but you can't do Troy Baker for both in all future things. You give me Jason O'Mara and Troy Baker, they're a good team if you can't get Conroy and Hamill.
I don't know, Mel Blanc did a lot of voices.
It's true. Maybe Mel Blanc can do Batman.
Maybe in the afterlife.
Ain't I a Batman?
Of course you realize this means war.
And this is why they don't have Man-Bat in the movie, because why would they bother having to?
Hey, bye, Nemo.
Pretty,
shit.
Ominous.
Oh, shit. He took him straight to hell.
Yeah, Batman's got that no-kill thing. That got out the window.
Yeah, let's do him, Bruce. I mean, Dick.
Always got to imagine, like, how he said, like, father. If you're Joker, Harley in that area, you're like, oh, look at that. So this Robin is actually his son, you know?
Yeah.
Every so often somebody will be like, trying to call out for Green Lantern, and they'll be like, Hal. And you're like, so his name's Hal. I loved the Justice League thing where the Flash was taken over. They swapped minds with Lex Luthor, and he's like, at least I can figure out the Flash's secret identity. Pulls off the mask, looks in the mirror, and he's like, I have no idea who this is. That's such a good moment. Always works out to tell somebody hold still.
Yeah.
For that matter, I don't know the last time that I've seen some kind of a dart or anything that has that little frilly, feathery end to it.
I think I haven't seen that since I was like a child.
Right.
Reminds me of like a little badminton. You remember badminton?
Yeah. Kind of like the little birdie or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Oh. Now, to be clear, I don't support animal abuse.
Right. Beating up a weird clown chick? I don't know.
That's fine. I mean, she's asking for it.
Yeah.
Barbara is ballsy in this one, dude.
Barbara's a solid character. Like, she's underrated, too. It's so weird because it's like, I don't like Supergirl in the slightest bit. I think she's just a complete, like, let's just do Superman, but wouldn't it be interesting if she's a girl and absolutely nothing else is different? And for that matter, I don't really like Superboy either. But the Batman family, like, they actually give him character, and Barbara's great. Whether she's Oracle or Batgirl, like, she's great. And Mikey being able to actually do stuff. Finding Nemo. Now, it should act very quick. Imagine waking up the next day, like, sometimes, like, I'll step weird and my ankle will crack or something, and I'm like, I feel that the next day. Imagine all your bones reformatting. Nope, he's dead.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
No.
Wiggling his ass.
Fuck. Harley was just trash.
Boots with a T, for anybody that wanted to know.
They were snakeskin, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mostly, yeah. You forgot about the 5 or 6 that you beheaded.
Yeah,
and
there's like 7 or 8 dead ones.
This is literally the worst day in the life of all these other people, and it's just kind of like, yeah, they're fine.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah. Now let's go get some pie, DJ. Like, monocle. Nobody does that anymore. What pisses you off?
At a movie where all the villains turn into animals, and you don't put
the Penguin and
Catwoman in that
that's
situation.
A good point.
Like, talk about just dropping the ball.
I didn't even think about that. That makes a lot of sense. Scarecrow turns into one, but Penguin doesn't.
I guess because you can't make a penguin threatening. No excuse for Harley, though. I mean, for Selena.
Yeah. It's a trap.
Oh!
Couple more dead. You got 5 more to the body count. I wonder what the body count is for this movie. I should probably factor that in. See? Accountant. Good Batmobile.
Very.
I just realized how much of an underbite Raph has.
Strong chin.
Didn't think that the Bat computer would have a resolution that's 8-bit.
But it simulates that purple and green rain very nicely.
Solid movie. Like, they got all the characters down. They got the humor. They got the violence. Like, damn good.
My one takeaway being, I don't think you need the animal bit. And I would always put the Joker as the main villain. Where clearly here it's Shredder.
Shredder and Roz, yeah. But they accomplished quite a bit. Like, I would watch this as a series if they did like multiple types of movies type things. Imagine like Batman hacking into the Technodrome. Krang getting involved.
Why is he?
$1961 on the penny, or is it 1967?
I think it's 61.
I wonder if that's a reference to something.
Well, I don't think so. Because when did Batman start in the 30s, right? Or is that a 7? Hold on, I'm looking at it again.
It's definitely a 7 or a 1. A quick reference on the IMDb doesn't say anything about it.
I believe Raph is Rob Paulson, right?
His name is Robert Paulson.
No, I mean the voice actor.
Raph is Darren Criss.
Really?
From the assassination of Gianni Versace.
That was a good show.
Yeah. If you listening have not seen the People vs. OJ, definitely check it out.
That's a very good show.
We're a family. I like when they give Raph that like more Brooklyn-y type accent. Is it really Brooklyn, or is it just anywhere? Like, I'm still not used to my New York kind of specifics.
They probably wanted to be Brooklyn, that roughneck kind of.
Where he's like, I saw that. Weird shaped head going on with Alfred at the second. Oh, I remember marking out for this because I was like, "Oh yeah, that's weird." They got like the Batmobile, then they got the turtle van.
All right.
Damn good.
Why have they not used it this entire movie?
Oh, because you got to have that like you got to build to it, you know.
There's
but
a
I
race
always like the van,
somewhere.
Like how they shoot out the sewer grates and stuff. Can't think of the name of them. They got some kind of specific name.
Manhole covers?
Yeah, manhole covers. That's what it is. Sewer grate, manhole cover. One of them's right, and it's not super great. This is totally final battle of a video game.
This would work well as a video game. This would work very well as a video game. Favorite Batman video game, go.
Didn't fully play it, but even just watching it alone, Arkham City.
The whole series was perfect. But Arkham City kills the Joker in a very, very brutal way.
Can't say the same about the Arkham Knight thing being like... There's problems with that one.
I didn't like the way it ended.
Yeah.
Batman doesn't lose. He should never lose. Unless it's time to pass on the mantle to Terry McGinnis. Batman doesn't lose.
Not a big fan of Terry. Gotta be honest.
Why?
To me, like, the way that they did that with, like, Batman just kind of, like, giving up in all those years and stuff. I mean, Terry's okay for, like, a future Elseworlds type thing, and again, I'll spoil another thing with my blueprint type thing. In my notes and stuff of what I would like the full story of Batman to be, Terry is the Robin for Damian, who is Batman. That's kind of my trajectory.
But does he eventually put on the mantle?
Yeah, eventually.
Alright, that's fair. How do you get Bruce to retire? Does he die?
Nah, I got him just kind of getting old.
Hey, if you're listening to this, donate to that Patreon so we can talk in depth about his Batman blueprint.
Man, if I could get somebody to do like artwork and I could write these things, let me put it out for this. My Batman blueprint is the longest one out of all my blueprints. My Spider-Man one is about like a 20 story kind of thing. My Batman one is 100 stories. 10 volume, 10 story per volume type thing. If I could get somebody to do artwork, I would write the damn thing. And it would actually be a big fucking deal. And it would be amazing, I guarantee it.
I might know a guy.
All these Toka and Razar and all these different knockoffs.
Oh, look, it's the 3 hyenas from Lion King.
Yeah. You didn't say your animal, did you?
Oh, I didn't? Yeah, I'd be some kind of a jackal.
Jackal. It's a jackal.
It's a jackal, isn't it?
Imagine being so disappointed if you take that mutagen and you're hoping to get something like a rhino or like something that would be like real like
and
tough
you're
and
a fucking
badass.
mosquito.
Yeah, you get like a fruit fly.
I would kill myself. I would fly into somebody's hand willingly, just like,
yeah,
thank you.
Smash me. Or what's the name of that? The lemmings that kill themselves.
Mm. If I could have one
in the comments
though,
below, what would your animal be? Leave a comment.
If I could have one superpower, it'd be the power to control time.
Omnipotence. I would cheat. The power to give myself any power.
For whatever reason, I'm oddly fascinated by time, and I've never wanted anything else.
I did a little like BuzzFeed or whatever quiz. Caroline was like, "Hey, I just did this little quiz about what Marvel character would you be," and I got the Hulk. Try it out and see what you get. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get Captain America. Got Captain America. She's like, yeah, I saw that one coming too. But
I got fucking Black Widow.
You got Black Widow, yeah. I picked Time Stone for which Infinity Stone would you want. I'm like, yeah, Time Stone's the one that makes the most sense.
That's what I picked too. I don't know what I picked that got me Black Widow, but
How useful would that be?
What is the point?
Yeah. That's when Alfred goes, God damn it, Bruce. I'm doing all this work. Did you really need to have me program that into the Batmobile?
Well,
Actually, it probably wouldn't be
Alfred.
him.
It would be Lucius.
It'd be, either Lucius or Harold Walnut. Not a whole lot of people give credit to Harold.
Well, listen to his name. Harold.
Harold Allnut.
Yeah, you don't want to give Harold Allnut any credit. Lucius Fox, that's a badass name.
Yeah. Another good character, Lucius. Made much better from the Nolan films. They upgraded him.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's always an upgrade.
Oh.
Now you know there's some kind of Rule 34 about that guy with that pose.
He's just a side character to a larger furry hentai kind of.
Some DeviantArt's got like a whole fanfic thing going on, and they got a backstory for that guy. And...
Meanwhile, we can't get any help for the guards that died.
Yeah. Shredder's always got a cool design. Super Shredder, Kevin Nash.
I love Super Shredder, Kevin Nash.
Just going.
I love Kevin Nash. Like different podcast entirely, but I'm gonna throw that out there. I'll throw that out there every time. Love Kevin Nash.
He's the shit. I'm telling you.
You smell that? I'm the shit. I would totally.
Slow-mo. This is like something out of Guy Ritchie.
Remember when the Matrix was everywhere? Like that Matrix effect of like whoosh,
the bullet time, yeah.
Freeze frame, bullet time.
Now, if you could have one of those weapons from the Turtles, what would you have? I'd pick the bow staff.
I think the bow staff is the most flexible.
I like the one that when they give to... Sometimes they give it to Dick Grayson, sometimes they give it to Tim, sometimes it's Damien, but I like that, like...
That, like, metal...
yeah, the one that you can, like, press the button and it kind of, like, opens itself up. That's cool. Jeez. There's only 2 guards. You only took 2 guards out with that. I'm pretty sure you can take out the Foot Clan without destroying your motorcycle.
It doesn't matter. It's about the action.
Yeah. Versus the money, you know.
He should have been doing some throat exercise. You know, he got slammed in the throat.
Have some.
That's a good line.
Some hauls. Yeah. They got a lot of good touches like that kind of thing. Like, even something as simple as that, like Ra's al Ghul taking off his cloak, because that tends to be a lot of what they do. You know, the arm behind the back and fighting with the sword without the shirt on. Like, that's Ra's. That's straight up Ra's al Ghul.
Whoever made this was like in love with the concept and the content.
Yeah, they did their damn good job on there. And if if I'm like Warner Brothers Animation and these people came up to me and they had another idea of something that they wanted to do, like a crossover between, I don't know, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, I'd be like, fucking do it. You're gonna get the best thing out of it, you know?
Booster Gold. It's not a name I expected you to say.
Fuck that.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Leo is living his fever dream. Oh.
Yeah. Never broken a bone before, but I always imagine that's got to feel so weird when you've like got something dislocated and crazy like that, all wobbly.
Yeah.
Kind of making me want to watch the Ninja Turtles movie now.
Are those on any Netflix or anything?
It should be. I mean, I have the DVD for it, but that doesn't help out everybody else, obviously.
But if you have the DVD for it and you want to see us do a movie fan track on that, donate to the Patreon.
We do have that for the first one. We have the FanTracks. I think I did it with Joseph Stallman, but didn't do one for the second one. So we could always do number 2. For that matter, I mean, I haven't done a Batman 89 fan track where I have even the graphics up for the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, because this is a controversial opinion. I think Batman v Superman is 75% an amazing movie. It's that other 25% that fucks it up.
I felt the same thing about Justice League.
Justice League I have more problems with.
I liked it, all except 2 key points, which were too domineering to allow me to say it was a good movie.
It's also fun to actually have Leo fighting somebody with a sword so he can actually use the sword.
These villains did not fuck around in this movie.
Mm.
They really got a lot of hits in. Damn.
Imagine how dark of a movie gets. He just stabs him.
Yeah, like, why? Don't monologue. Cut his throat.
All right, sound the bell. DQ. 5-point palm explosion heart technique.
Oh, God.
You know what? Leo does have an L.
Do they?
The blue part. Yeah, it's like kind of an L shape.
Right on. That's a cool little thing.
I love when Batman uses explosives like that.
No parents. How about that?
No tricks, no gadgets, no way to get Jason Todd back. He's like, how do you know Jason Todd? There you go. There's your bullet time kind of wavy motion.
Damn it. You see what I mean? Like, that's one of those things that just stays in. Well, that's. Really, that got you? That got you, Shredder. Fucking cowabunga.
Oroku Saki. Good old punch to the face. He knows all these techniques that are like, you know, this practically damn near magic stuff, and it's like, ow, fuck, you punched my nose.
Alright, this is hitting Justice League territory for me. Really? It took cowabunga and oh no, my mouth is uncovered. What are you, a Punch-Out character?
The music switches. Dun, 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 dun. And that's a cool little reference. Donatello does machines, like that kind of thing.
What an 80s thing to say. He does machines.
Those Ninja Turtles lyrics for those different shows and movies and stuff like that, when you actually pay attention to the lyrics, they don't work out. Like, even that Turtle Power song from the original movie, it's like, Raphael, he's the leader of the group. And it's like, nope. No, he's not. Good song, though. Turtle Power. Part of my music collection.
And that says something, because it's pretty airtight.
Makes sense.
Logic.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the blimps save them, because it's like the blimps are all over the place. Which, they've never given an explanation for the blimp stuff in the Bruce Timm verse and stuff. Like, They did it just like for the like this looks like kind of neat and stuff like that, but it's like, why would they have blimps all over the place? What is going on in Gotham that they have Zeppelins just flying around all over constantly? Do you see the Crisis on Infinite Earths or Crisis on Two Earths movie?
Yeah.
With Owlman, and he's like, doesn't matter. I love that.
I hope we get to do one of these for Hush.
Hush was so good. Batman just stands there watching. Yeah, he just fell into that acid and all that.
Well, he didn't kill him, per se.
Yeah. Little touch that it's funny there. Ubu's got fire on him. That's what do you think about just bandage it up.
What do you think about the morality of Batman?
About the no kill thing?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta like let some people die sometimes, but you don't necessarily kill them. There's a difference between not killing yourself by saving somebody versus, putting a gun to somebody's head and pulling the trigger. Babs and Donnie. It's better than Bo Staff 69 or something.
It was totally Bo Staff 69.
Yeah. Bo Staffs are cool for 2069.
Dick should have been in this movie.
I totally would love them to do a sequel and to have Grayson pop up. Don't break that promise.
We gotta have pizza. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a gif of Batman saying it's pizza time.
It's pizza time. Figure the amount of money that they've spent to Luigi's recently.
You see that long lingering stare from Damien, like, Dad? Why are you always like this?
Yeah.
And like,
too much sauce. If you bite into pizza and you got sauce all over your mouth like that, too much sauce. But Batman's a real one. He folded.
Right away. Great movie.
Awesome movie. Holds up for a second time.
Really, really good.
And even like that's fun that they threw that little cover in there and kind of playing around with the old school things. Eric Bauza, Kyle Mooney, Baron Vaughn.
Carlos is Rocky doing Bane.
Yeah, he does Bane quite a bit.
That
was John DiMaggio. Oh, okay.
Tom Kenny, all right. Tara Strong, of course.
Yeah, Tara Strong's always in there.
So, like, much like our job of wrestling journalism, there's only like 10 real voice actors, and you fucking shuffle them around.
They just they have like a Slack chat or like a Discord, and they were like, so we got another one coming up. Anybody free? And Tara Strong's like, I am always. And like Tom Kenny and them are just sort of like, is this like Thursday afternoon? I could probably swing it.
Yeah. These are really cool comic book covers.
Special all turtle issue.
Really good cover.
And that's the Michelangelo instead of the Robin one. Yeah. They did used to draw people so weird, though.
Oh, look at the year one.
Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I love that. Look. Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't know I don't remember what this one's a reference to. The one with the picture.
That's weird. Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Raphael versus Nightwing.
That'd be badass.
I don't think I watched this the first time I had seen it. I think I probably shut it off at this point.
Batman and Michelangelo again. I don't know what that's a cover for. Batman.
Yeah, that's throwing me off. That's Starro though, with the Justice League.
Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That one looks cool. I like that. There's Robin and the Shredder, like that.
Now, the credits are wrapping up, so I'm going to toss a couple plugs out here really fast. If you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, go ahead and do that. You should subscribe to... Oh, there's Ace. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's hear this before we fully do things. I forgot. Yeah, of course they're going to do something with Joker.
Ace is the place for the help hardware.
Not the Joker, Shredder. Jeez.
Well, he's pale like the Joker. Oh, fuck. Is it a weird mashup?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
That's them going, I want a sequel.
What a fucking ending. That was a cool crossover.
Yeah, they should do more of those kind of things. For sure.
Oh, that was fantastic, man.
And we should do more of these. So again, I'll mention it for a third or fourth time or something like that. If you want to see more of these, hit up that Patreon and give us the means to be able to do it, because this is a lot of fun stepping out of the pro wrestling.
So I have pitched so many fanboys ideas to Tony. I have pitched Mount Rushmore superheroes, Mount Rushmore superhero cartoons. We got to do more of these. We got to get more into the fanboy side of things, because this was so refreshing.
Mm-hmm. It's so much more fun than just going, oh, all right, let's review Monday Night Raw, and let's, But obviously, if you want to hear more about the pro wrestling side of things, go to smarkoutmoment.com. And if you want us to do more weird things on the Smart Out Moment side, there's the Patreon tier for that one on Smart Out Moment. There I talked about the merch shops, TeePublic, Redbubble, and actually no, that's just it. TeePublic and Redbubble for Mango Tees, Fanboys Anonymous, and Smart Out Moment. You should be following on Facebook and Twitter on both sides of the spectrum, and you should hit that like button on YouTube. And if you're on iTunes and Stitcher and all that kind of stuff, then give us a rating, because those like 5-star rankings and stuff that you've got out there, they actually help quite a bit. So go ahead and do that if you're over there. Those are my plugs, though. Rob, hit us with yours.
So I'm on Twitter and Instagram at DudeFelice, DudeFelice. You can check out WrestleZone.com. You can check out eWrestling News. Check out Fightful. It feels really weird to plug nothing but pro wrestling on a Fanboys podcast, but that's all I got. So, once again, hit up that Patreon so we can do more of these. I loved this.
Big thumbs up. Thank you again, Guest 5, for donating and sponsoring this. And that's going to do us in. So thanks for watching, listening, everybody. It's time for us to geek out. Adios.